Hello, Scorpio. Elsie here to do your reading. It is for the week ahead. Scorpio, how are you? Thank you so much for clicking here. And if you are somebody who's always here, you know what's about to go down, right? So these are a short stack of oracles that I've got. I'm going to lay down for the overall energy, the overall feel for the week ahead. I'm always reading for the week ahead. You'll know that if you are my ride or die. And then I'm going to throw down some tarot. We're going to get some details about these oracles and see what the details can give us here. So if you're brand new here and you've never been here, welcome, welcome. I hope that you'll stay. If you decide to do that, there is a subscription button down on the bottom right-hand corner of this little square where I live. So welcome to all these shenanigans. And if you are the ride or die and you're here all the time, thanks so much for doing that. I appreciate you. And the reason I'm here is because you are. Let's find out what's going on for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. So this is, if you're here real time, and please know that whether you get this today, tomorrow, or next year, it's a general reading. It could resonate in that time frame. But this is for the first week of April already. Can you believe we are in April? It's crazy. And it's going to be just after the full moon, the new moon and partial eclipse. Here we go. Partial solar eclipse. Okay, so we have a chance here. Look, the sun is out. It's a partial solar eclipse that we're going to be going through. Card number 19 is the sun in tarot. And we do have, we're looking at the dice. Now, we're also looking at the rearview mirror. I feel like you're taking a chance on something in the future and that you're leaving something behind, because the only things that are behind you are the things that you see in the rear view mirror here, Scorpio. So you're leaving something in the past here. You're taking a chance. You're rolling the dice. And I feel like it's time for you to move forward here. The fact that there are two fours here tells me that maybe you might be seeing fours, but also that it's an 8. So it is about you. It's about putting the hard work in on something, or about the self, right? Card number 19 is the sun in tarot. That's a major arcana card in tarot, but also 1 and 9 is 10. And that leaves us with a 1, right? So when we break it down from a 10 further on, it's a 1, and that means it's the beginning of something. So you're hitting a new cycle. There's a new cycle showing up here, which is on point, because there is going to be a new moon coming up, right, on the 29th. So we do have globe, the possibility. So for some of you, it might be a possibility of travel. Maybe you haven't even made those plans yet, but maybe possibly in the week ahead, someone brings something up. Hey, there's a sale to go to Mexico. Maybe you're going to do that. But it feels like card number 31 tells me that should you decide to go, that it's quite a stable situation here. Yeah, peace and harmony. We've got card number 12. I think intuitively you know whether you should go or not. So for some of you, there could be the possibility of globe trotting. Also, this could be a possibility of you meeting someone online across the world, right? Looks like it is something to do with maybe the World Wide Web, possibly. Let's find out more what's going on for Scorpios, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me more about Scorpio. We have regrets. Very interesting. Card number 23 is a 5. 5s are about lack in the tarot. So it feels like here, I feel like this is telling me that you don't want to have regrets because this is taking a chance, right? The brand new beginning of something brand new here, the beginning of a new cycle here. And I feel like you're moving forward because you don't want to have regrets. Bottom of the deck, we have message of forgiveness. It feels to me like somebody here, it feels like maybe they missed out on something. I'm never going to do that again. It's like you've noticed a pattern, or you've noticed that maybe there's something that you regret in the past that maybe you should have taken action on and you didn't. I feel like you're never going to make that mistake again here. It says message of forgiveness. Maybe that message is for you, from you. I'm just saying. Maybe it's the higher self. Tell me more about this, please. Tell me more about Scorpio. For some of you, you could, we are in Mercury retrograde, right? And we are also in a Venus retrograde. And maybe you want a second chance at something you have a regret for. Maybe you're rolling the dice and taking a chance. We have water sign. We have Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. So I definitely think it's you that's taking the chance. It looks like here we've got patience. Just a few more months. Good things come to those who wait. So maybe you are thinking about this sort of regret. Maybe that it's time for you to take a chance, and maybe it's somebody who lives at a distance or is distant from you, one of the two. Let's look at some tarot, find out what's going on for you. What's going on for Scorpio? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Scorpio. Scorpio, if you are interested in a private read, please know private reads are open. If you look in the pinned comment, you'll be able to view my pricing if you're interested in that. Tell me about Scorpio for the week ahead. We've got the Five of Wands. We've got the Three of Cups. And we've got the King of Swords. Look, it feels like you're thinking about some sort of situation that possibly you missed out on. That's what it feels like here. We do have the Five of Wands, and the Five of Wands is telling me that maybe in the past, because this is past energy over here, and so it feels like in the past that maybe you didn't take a chance because maybe you thought there was too much competition. Maybe you held back and you held back too long. Look, this could be about a job. Could be about an opportunity that you didn't jump on because you didn't want to put your hat in the ring, because you didn't want to fail, or you didn't want to be seen as the person who didn't get picked for the situation. So it could be a romantic situation, it could be a friendship thing, it could be a job. We do have regrets, and I feel like the Three of Cups is here. Somebody is in regret that it could have been different, it could have been happier, there could have been celebration by now. The King of Swords is here, and I feel like you, Scorpio, are very much up in your head about something. And it's, you know, the King of Swords is a little bit of a perfectionist as well, as somebody who is very much about the facts and the details. But this person is also somebody who is very strategic, right? Like you, Scorpio, you're kind of strategic. So I'm going to say that if you're not the person who is into strategies, that it's time for you to be a little more strategic about the way that you're moving forward here. I feel like you are going to have some sort of a resolution to whatever it is that you're feeling regrets about, is what it feels like here. I feel like your regrets are about maybe not moving forward, taking a chance, or putting your hat in the ring. Because of competition, you possibly didn't do that in the past. Tell me more about this for Scorpio, please. But things are changing. I like it. Things are changing. So yeah, there's a little bit of regret, right? We've got the Five of Cups and we've got regret here. Fives, though, when they come up more than once in my readings, when we have one five, it is lack. But when we have two fives, yes, it's still lack, but it is also quick change, right? More than one five for me is quick change. So we have the Wheel of Fortune here. Look, I feel like you're ready to take a chance. Something is about to change here, and I feel like you have changed from, I feel like somebody has regrets that they didn't take the chance when they had the chance to take. And so that's what this is. This time you see the chance. It's like whatever's meant for you will never pass you by. Something is coming back round and you see an opportunity, whether it's a job or whatever the situation is. And I feel like this time you are going to put your hat in the ring. And I'm going to say with the Wheel of Fortune here, snuggled up to the Three of Cups, it looks like you will have happiness and joy. There will be celebration. So whatever this change is, the Wheel of Fortune is here to tell you it's destiny. You could have had it back there, but maybe you weren't ready for it. And I always say to you guys, whatever's meant for you will never pass you by. If it's meant to be yours, there's no way you can outrun it. There's just no way you can outrun it. So the Wheel of Fortune is about change. It's about deep change. It's about destiny, and it's about expansion. And when things move forward in a very fortunate way, there is going to be celebration here for you. I feel as though in the mind, though, that you're still in this sort of regret energy of, feeling like, I could have done it. Why didn't I take the chance? I feel like you're getting another chance at something here. And it's a new beginning. It's going to be a new beginning, whether that's a new job or a new relationship or a new friendship, or possibly renewing. Maybe you're getting back in contact with a family member that you haven't spoken with for a while. I'm saying that because we have a message of forgiveness here and telling you to be patient, right? That things are going to start to move in the right direction here. We've got moving. Things are going to start to move in the right direction here. Look, probably during Mercury retrograde, which is until the 12th of April. So, and then we have this shadow period, the outro, right? So there's going to be another 2 weeks added on to that. So round about until about the 24th of April, possibly. All right, one more card. And we have the Knight of Cups. So strategy is what it's telling me. The Knight of Cups is the slow is a passive knight. It's not the slowest moving knight, but is a passive knight. And strategically, I feel like it's all about strategy for you. I feel like you've got more information, or you've grown, or you've learned more, you've got more wisdom, Scorpio. So I feel like whatever it is that you're about to throw the hat in the ring for, it's like maybe there's 200 people who have applied for that job, that golden egg job, and you're going to put your hat in the ring because you have the confidence of the King of Swords. I know what I know. I have all the facts. I have all the information. I'm highly intelligent, very on point with my thought process, and I am a leader. So all the kings are people who have mastered their domains. And I feel like maybe when whatever this chance was, came by last time, and I mean, it could be 10 years ago. It feels like you weren't ready for it. But I feel like with the King of Swords here, looking into the future here, it feels like that you are ready. Tell me about the regrets here. I want to know what these regrets are about. About the Empress, possibly. Now, when we're dealing with the Empress, we're dealing with somebody who's self-sufficient, somebody who doesn't really need anybody else. The Empress can be feminine or masculine. It feels like possibly you weren't ready for the Empress. Maybe you weren't in the league of the Empress. Maybe you weren't ready to put your hat in the ring. Maybe you felt like you weren't in the Emperor status, or you felt like you weren't in the Empress status. It feels like your regret is, I should have just gone for it, and I didn't go for it. But I feel like you didn't have the confidence at the time. You weren't feeling abundant. You didn't know your worth. So you could be the Empress, right? We've got Libra and Taurus here. You don't have to be a Libra or a Taurus to be the Empress. It's just that this person is full of love, full of creation. This person is somebody who's ready to birth a project or a child, or maybe you just weren't ready for whatever the new thing was, and maybe it scared you here. I've got the King of Pentacles in the reverse. For some of you, it could be a job. It feels like a job, or maybe you were already at a job and then somebody offered you a promotion that you didn't think you were ready for. It feels like with the King of Pentacles in the reverse that you've had a moment to sort of look within and look over your abundance. It feels like the regret you have is that you didn't take the job, or you didn't take the upgrade, or you didn't ask the Empress whether the Empress was ready for a relationship, possibly, if it's a relationship reading for you. The perspective is going to be different for all of you. And then we have the Queen of Swords. So that's what it was. I feel like if we are talking about relationship here, it feels like somebody didn't feel their worth. They felt that the person that they were pursuing was probably of a higher caliber person, someone who was maybe more successful, was making more money than you, or is more successful than you. And it feels like this person was the Queen of Swords. And I feel like you didn't take the chance because you didn't feel financially stable enough to take the chance. But now you're showing up as the King of Swords, Scorpio. So I feel like, whether these are feminine or masculine energies, you're going to have to decide that. That's none of my business. But we have the King and the Queen of Swords here. Now I feel like you are on par with the Empress, because the Empress is the Queen of Swords. So I feel like you are this person and there is somebody else who wants to pursue, or vice versa, right? This is you, and I feel like you're ready now for this Empress energy here. So it does feel like you are now on the level, I would say, on the same vibrational level as the Empress. Tell me about the Wheel of Fortune. There is going to be something to celebrate here, because something is changing, because I feel like you're finding the courage to take a chance, is what it looks like here. The Five of Wands, no more holding back. I feel like you're finding the courage, to take a chance. The Sun shows up with the Hanged Man energy. I love it. And then we have the Page of Pentacles. So the Sun is the breakthrough. It's like I've grown, right? When the sun is out, everything grows, right? Our hair grows, our nails grow, but also we grow professionally, personally, spiritually. It feels like you've had a really big growth spurt since the Five of Wands was here, since you decided to not get into the competition, or since you decided it was time to hold back, or maybe just pull back a little bit here. The Hanged Man energy is giving you a time to think. It's giving you time to get perspective over, gosh, I gave that up back there. But I feel like I'm really kind of excited for you, because I feel like you're going to get another chance to renew something here, because the Page of Pentacles is here. It feels like there is another opportunity, or this particular opportunity is making its way back to you here. Now, this could be in love for some of you. It could be in work. Could be something in the Pentacle world. Maybe it's the car you always wanted to buy. Maybe it's the house in the neighborhood you wanted to buy. Maybe it's a chance to take a trip of a lifetime for some of you. Tell me about the Five of Cups and the King of Swords, please. We've got the Six of Pentacles. We've got the King of Wands. Yeah, you're now ready to pursue. And we've got the Three of Wands. I feel like you were waiting to have the courage or the confidence to pursue an empress, whether they're feminine or masculine. The King of Wands is the one who is never, ever, ever, never, one more never, going to lay down and let somebody take what they think is theirs. The King of Wands never gives up, is very resilient. The reason that the king sits on the throne is because they've been through a lot of hardship in their life. And then we have the Six of Pentacles. I feel like what you're fighting for right now is going to be an audience with the Empress or the Queen. We do have the King of Wands and the King of Swords. And so I feel like you're not only thinking about it, now you're putting action behind it. Because I feel like you were waiting for the right time. The Three of Wands is here. You're waiting for the right time to expand or explore or go on an adventure. Tell me about the Knight of Cups. I feel like you're supposed to be strategic, my friend. Although the Wheel of Fortune is here to push you forward, I feel like you're supposed to be strategic with how you approach, I'm going to say. Tell me about the Knight of Cups. I feel like there are feelings here. So if you're looking at this as a relationship reading, it does feel like, Scorpio, you might have feelings for someone who's feminine or masculine empress, and that it's time for you to take the step forward. It's time for you to do the pursuing here. So the Knight of Cups is, strategically moving, and that's why they're moving slow. But there are feelings here. And so the High Priestess shows up to say, listen to your intuition. Don't do anything that anyone tells you to do. Listen to your gut. We do have the Ace of Swords. And if your gut is telling you to contact this person, then I think that you should. Look, I feel like right now you're sort of in this energy of hurry up and wait. We've got the Moon energy and the Chariot. These are both Major Arcana cards. When Major Arcanas show up in your reading, if you're not aware, that the Major Arcanas are what's telling me that there's a lot of change taking place here. So the Empress, the Sun, the High Priest, the Hanged Man, the High Priestess, the Wheel of Fortune, and these two cards, these are all Major Arcanas, which tells me that there's going to be some movement here that you don't see. Things are not as they seem. You might think you're going to fail, or maybe you're going to put your hat in the ring and take a chance, but I feel like you are going to take some sort of a risk or a chance. But the kings always take educated risks, right? But I feel like you don't realize how good this is going to turn out. You can't see it just yet, but you don't understand that as you charge forward for what you want, you can't see that how good this is going to turn out. There is going to be an investment, and you will learn a lesson that it is time for you to release worry, because if you want it, you can have it. And that's what the King of Wands will tell you. If you want it, you can have it. If you're willing to take action and move towards something or pursue it, there's no way that if you don't lay down on the job, there's no way that you won't have it. We do have the Hierophant that's showing up here, and I feel like your intention, if this is a love reading, is for commitment. That might be the intention, but opening the door is the Ace of Swords. It's like, first I need the commitment. First I need the clarity from the Empress. First I need the clarity from my intuition. Then I can begin to build structure. So I feel like you're supposed to do this strategically. First things first, open the conversation, the communication. This person's a really good communicator, and so are you. You're both highly intelligent. You're both wanting to get to know each other in the mind first before any of this other stuff shows up. I think that the King of Wands is very passionate about the situation, but also this is the motivation, right? The motivation to get the Six of Pentacles, which is the reciprocal energy or the conversation. It feels like you want to maybe meet somebody out somewhere, take them for dinner, maybe go for a coffee. Tell me what the outcome is here. Tell me what the outcome is for Scorpio, please. Your person could also be a Cancer, Scorpio, or a Pisces. They don't need to be. Of course, we do have Leo. We have Pisces here. We have Taurus. We have more Pisces, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, Sagittarius energy, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, and Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius energy. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn is here as well. What's the outcome, please, for Scorpio? We've got the Ace of Cups. We've got the Temperance card. I love this because this is giving you balance in love. If you decide to take this chance, I feel like it works out for you. It's a moment of alchemy. So really listen to the universe, listen to your intuition, and go with that. When you feel this energy of feeling contentment, feeling healed, feeling courageous, yes, I can do this, that's when it's going to be time to move on the Ace of Cups. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles, but be strategic, right? The Knight of Pentacles is here with a map. This is the goal. The goal is to the Ace of Pentacles, which we saw on the bottom of the deck. If the goal of the Ace of Pentacles, it's time to find a way there. It's time to be very strategic with the way that you are traveling, how quickly you want to do this or how slowly you want to do this, but it's time to be very strategic. We do have the Three of Swords, and we have the Four of Pentacles here, and I feel like for some of you, you're not ready. Now, that's why I say that when you're watching this, you need to watch it with your intuition, because not all of you are at the same place in your life right now. Not all of you have learned the lesson of the King of Wands, the lesson of the King of Swords, not learned to be the Empress yet. And so for some of you, you're not necessarily ready. You're still holding back because of old wounds that you're attached to or attached to here. But this is going to resolve itself. You will find a time when you're just going to disconnect from that in the past, and then you'll be able to move forward. I think it's going to take a lot of this, though. It's going to take a lot of work on yourself. Feels like it's like perfecting the self, I would say, self-mastery. It's going to take a lot more work on yourself before you're ready for this level of engaging with the Empress. We have somebody here who's halfway into their Emperor energy. So if we're talking about emperors and empresses, it feels like we've got three kings here, right? We've got the King of Swords, the King of Wands, and the King of Pentacles. The only one that hasn't shown up is the King of Cups. And I feel like it's because that is what you need to learn, the emotional ability, the emotional intelligence, Scorpio, before you're going to be able to move forward as an emperor. But I feel like you're in the realm here of the Empress energy. I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I do appreciate you. I'm going to be back because I'm always back. I hope you will be too. You guys take care. See you next week. Bye-bye.